What's up, Cage Nation? It's Kevin Jackowitz here, and this is the Caged Review. Today I'm doing another top 10 list, and this list is going to be the top 10 games that I want to see in 2018. Now, a couple of these I already have on pre-order, and a lot of these I'm quite sure that I'm going to be playing day one. There's a lot of great games looking like for this coming year, but honestly, my start of the list is a game that came out quite a while ago, and that is Shadow of the Colossus, the remake. And the reason I put this on the list, because it's such an old game, and most people have already played it and are familiar with it, is honestly the graphics upgrade on it. When I saw the trailer for Shadow of the Colossus, I was really stunned by the visuals and how they upgraded the whole game. And it's just such a fun game to play. I think it's a favorite for a lot of people. So I'm really excited for the reboot for Shadow of the Colossus. That's definitely something that I'm going to grab probably day one, I would imagine. And number 9 on the list is Detroit Become Human. If you've ever played LA Noire, things like that, if you like story-driven games, Beyond Two Souls, the same company who did those games, and this is a story-driven game too. And I am kind of a fan of those. They're not my favorite type of game, but I do enjoy them, and I do enjoy the storyline that they come up with at times. And I think the concept for the game itself is very, very cool, especially, it deals with a topic that has been brought up in movies and media quite a bit, and that's, artificial intelligence having to make very human choices. So I think the idea for the game is good, and usually they have great voice acting in these. So I am excited to see it. Visually, it did look really good. So Detroit Become Human, again, is probably something I'm going to have day one. And number 8 on the list is Monster Hunter World. And this is a unique choice for me because I have not played any of the Monster Hunter games before. But I saw the trailer for this, and the graphics just look so damn good, and it really looks fun. Hunting all these huge ass alien monsters, it just, it looks like a really good time for a game. So I don't know if this will necessarily be a day one game for me, but it is something I am very much looking forward to. So we have number 7 on our list, Far Cry 5. Far Cry is obviously, with a 5th game, pretty lasting series, has a pretty big fan base, and they do some really cool things within the game, especially when it comes to like the animal attacks and things like that. And now you have to build an alliance, and the more territory you take over, the more people you have to help you out throughout the game. And I think that's a really cool progression for a game. So it's definitely something I want to check out at some point. And this is probably another one that's not necessarily a day one grab for me, but it probably will be a grab at some point. So that brings me to game number 6. And game number 6 is Soul Calibur 6. Soul Calibur is a pretty fun fighting game series. I have played the majority of the games, and I love some of the cameos they have with characters. They've had Yoda and Darth Vader and Ezio Auditore from the Assassin's Creed series. So it's just very, very fun. It's a 3D fighting game, which I'm not necessarily as big on 3D fighters. I'm definitely more linear, which is a lot quicker. Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, of course. So, but it's still a very fun game. Very fun. So this, probably not a day one grab, but definitely I am going to be playing Soul Calibur when it comes out. SpiderMan is number 5. SpiderMan, this game really looks phenomenal. I mean, it looks like they've taken a lot of ideas from the Dark Knight trilogy, the Batman series of video games, But they've done some really, really cool things with what you can do with the webs, and stringing people up by the webs and the traps you can set, and it just looks like a great time. And they obviously spent some time on the storyline. If you've seen the trailer, you know what I mean. Looks like one of the better games of next year. This probably will be a day one for me. I would venture to say that SpiderMan is going to be something that I'm going to grab quickly. Number 4 on my list is Darksiders 3. I have played both Darksiders games on the PS3 and on the PS4. I just find them very fun. They're not the best games. I mean, they're the standard slash 'em up, but they're pretty fun. They really are. And so I was really surprised when I heard that they were coming out with a Darksiders 3, because there's been such a gap between 2 and 3. I know that the studio was going through some legal troubles, and financially they were very much struggling. So it appears that they've gotten past that, and now they are working on Darksiders 3, which is awesome. This will definitely be a day one grab for me. The gameplay trailer for Fury looks really, really cool. They've adapted the whip that she uses, which is both a weapon and something you can traverse areas with. So, really cool ideas that they've come up with. And number 3 on my list is Days Gone. It seems to me that every PS exclusive that is coming out this year looks amazing, and Days Gone is no exception. And it's the typical post-apocalyptic, you deal with zombies type of world. This guy's a bounty hunter. But I watched a lot of the gameplay, and man, does it look good. The gameplay on this game looks just really awesome, because it's your standard shoot 'em up, but you can set traps with bombs and other things, and really, really a fun experience, I'm sure. And the storyline looks like it's very deep. The voice acting is absolutely phenomenal. The graphics are amazing. So Days Gone is definitely a day one for me, without a doubt. Number 2 on my list is God of War 2018. And it looks like the title is just God of War, which I found kind of interesting. But maybe they're just thinking this is going to reboot the series. Either way, I'm already sold, because it's God of War. Santa Monica has made 4 absolutely amazing games in the God of War series. God of War Ascension, I thought was just as good as any of them, and I really loved the multiplayer aspect on it. I probably played multiplayer more in that God of War game than I have any other game. I was addicted to the multiplayer in that. So I am really, really hopeful for God of War coming in now. Kratos is going into the world of Norse mythology, since he's killed all the Greek gods. And it just seems like there's a lot of potential there for really awesome moments. Loki, Thor, all of that, Odin. So it'll be nice to see who they throw into the game. And visually, Santa Monica has always made eye candy games. They are visually the best games there are in the industry. I truly believe that. Naughty Dog is really good with using every bit of the graphics they can get from the PS4 system, but I think Santa Monica notches them out just a little bit. I remember in God of War 3, when Kratos falls into the river Styx, and it was the first video game I saw that the water actually looked like water, and I was like, how in the fuck did they do that? So by that alone, God of War is actually already pre-ordered. I've already got it on pre-order, so this is already a day one for me. And the number 1 game that I can't wait to see is The Last of Us 2. I bought The Last of Us day one when that came out on the PS3, and I wore that game out. I literally played it on every single difficulty, did everything I absolutely could. I made sure I platinumed that game, and then when they re-released it with the other challenges, I made sure I got every single one of those trophies, and I stayed at 100% on the trophy guide with this game. It was just that fun, engaging, and I mean truly addicting. So to say that The Last of Us 2 is going to be a day one, that goes without saying for me. They have new characters, they have the same brutal storyline, the same world that you're coming from. So, I mean, how can you go wrong? Looks like Ellie is now on a mission to avenge something, and she's out to kill a lot of people apparently, from what you get from the trailer, the first trailer. So, this is a game that I would absolutely have to play. Just for the continuation of the storyline, to see what happens with the characters. And the gameplay is going to be amazing, the multiplayer is going to be amazing. So, Last of Us, number one on my list. So what do you guys think of this list? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are there games that you want to see more or less? Well, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackowitz with the Cage Nation. Cage Nation out.
Do it! Just